friend of mine called me yesterday. He says he's driving a 2020 Ford Excursion SUV, and he needs this big vehicle for his kids, but he wants to buy a second hybrid vehicle to save money on gas. And he asked me what my suggestion is. My suggestion is to focus on the math. He drives 745 miles per month, and he drives 520 miles alone. The gas mileage he gets, he says on a good day, he gets 21 miles per gallon. On a bad day, 18 miles per gallon. So we're just going to use 18 miles per gallon. What you want to do is, if you want to do this equation, is you take your miles driven, divide it by your gas mileage, and then you multiply that by the price of gas per gallon. And so that's 520 miles driven, without his kids alone, 18 miles per gallon divided by 18 miles per gallon times 350. And what you get is $101 per month. And I told him, like, okay, that's all well and good. Even if you bought the lamest hybrid possible that gives you, 50 miles per gallon, which it probably won't. They say you'll get 50 miles per gallon, but if you're on flat land, you're probably not going to get that kind of gas mileage. Let's just do the equation with 50 mpg. So 520 miles divided by 50 miles per gallon, right, versus 18 times $3.50. You get $36.40 per month. So you'd be saving $64 per month. Over the course of a year, this would turn into a savings of $775.20, which I would say is not worth it from a strictly financial perspective, because you have to factor in the cost of the car, insurance, maintenance, storage. Then you lose money, you've got depreciation, you've got all these different sorts of expenses. So sometimes it's best to just suck up the cost. And then he started talking about, oh, but what about the environment? Like, well, I read somewhere that it takes like 20,000 or 40,000 gallons of water to make a new vehicle. Just drive that truck around instead of trying to signal to the world that you're environmentally friendly. Another thing you can do is take that $500 per month that you would spend on a hybrid vehicle, like a monthly payment, and just put it into the stock market. Over 15 years, if you just do that, you end up with $231,000. Yes, you will save money on gas by buying a car that gives you better gas mileage, but you may be doing so at the expense of other possibly more valuable things. Check out crashmeter.net. My book is called $4,000 Porsche. And please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because the more people know about this channel, the more somewhat helpful advice can reach those people. All right, thanks. Bye.